For the past few days, we've been working on adding and subtracting numbers. Today, we get to have some fun with these skills by using our knowledge to help us solve some story problems that have more than one step. Today, you might find some of these problems challenging, so the key to the game is to make sure that you're staying focused and staying confident. It's okay if you don't get something right away. Great mathematicians are always working to try their best. Let's take a look at this problem. What is the question asking you? Say your answer out loud. That's right. The big question in this story is asking us, does Shania have to stack more wood, or does Dad have to burn more wood? If they do have to stack more or burn more, how many more pieces do they need? How did you represent to solve for our big question? Say your answer out loud. I heard friends say that we could represent this problem by writing Shania's wood minus Dad's wood, which should equal 350 pieces left in the pile. We know that Shania is adding wood each day, and Dad is burning wood, which is the same as taking it away. The problem tells us that we need to have exactly 350 pieces of wood on Wednesday in that pile. If we subtract Dad's wood from the amount that Shania is adding, it should equal 350. Great mathematicians always ask themselves, what is the big question in this story asking me to do? Are there little questions that we need to answer first in order to answer this big question? Evaluate. I see lots of friends shaking their head. Yes, there is. How could you represent those little questions? Say your answers out loud. I heard friends say we need to figure out how to solve for Shania's wood by adding all of the amounts that she added to the pile. 215 on Monday plus 118 on Tuesday will equal all of Shania's wood. In order to solve this problem, we also need to know how much wood Dad has been burning. We can also add the amounts that Dad has been burning to figure out the total amount that he's burned. 17 on Monday plus 26 on Tuesday is going to give us Dad's wood. Great mathematicians always ask themselves, are there little questions that I need to answer first in order to answer that big question? Usually in the problem, there's information that's given to us and information that's missing. We can use the information that's given to us, like we did in these representations, to solve our little questions and our big question. Take a look at the representations we came up with. Do you think that this is the only way we could have represented this problem? Evaluate. I see lots of friends shaking their head no. You're correct. As a mathematician, it's your job to ask yourself, how can I represent the events or actions in the story? But you can represent in whatever way makes sense to you. You might use tape diagrams, equations, bar models, or even a picture. We can use the events in the story to help us decide, will I use one representation or more than one? When a problem has a big and a little question to solve, sometimes it can be helpful to break those representations up into many representations, like we did together. In order to represent problems with many steps correctly, what can we ask ourselves? Say your answer out loud. That's right. We always start by asking ourselves, what is the big question asking me to do? And then, are there little questions that I need to answer first? What information is given to me in the problem? And what is missing? Now that we have our representations, it's time to solve. If you made a mistake in your representation, take this time to pause and fix your representations before going back to your solving steps.